Yo, 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 yo. So, today I wanted to go over fulfillment, and purpose. A little bit of both. I was feeling a little introspective today. I was listening to a bit of Chris Williamson, Modern Wisdom, while I was door dashing. And I don't know. I was thinking a lot about purpose and feeling fulfilled, and I was thinking a lot about the younger generation being my generation. Depends on how old you are, whoever you're watching this. And I notice if I look at comment sections, if I look at posts, if I look at anything, like a lot of younger guys that are around my age feel a lack of purpose, and a lack of fulfillment. Like they don't know what to do with their lives. And I don't know, I guess I just want this make a little whiteboard video kind of about my thoughts and maybe debate a little with myself along with you guys in the comments about it. Not argumentative, but just trying to find out what, why, and how. And for me personally, I'll go over my story real quick. I found my purpose through fitness, if you can't tell enough, and I guess helping people. And when I think of people that have fulfilling lives and why some people are fulfilled, like you look at a lot of people through religion, a lot of people that have very demanding careers, a family, they feel very purpose. So you can get a sense of purpose from a community of people, right? So these guys, right? Let's just do my little stick figures. Look at them, so happy, right? Right? There's a community there. Pretend there's a bunch of them, right? Just huddled around, just hanging out, right? And community can be found in religious areas. It can be found in gyms. It can be found wherever. Like I find a lot of my community through you guys and just friends I meet around the gym. I'm a very extroverted guy, and in a way, it does kind of fulfill me having this community of people I can talk to, relate to. But you look at people nowadays, and a lot of people are kind of alone, right? They're kind of off to the side. They feel kind of mad about life. Like, is this all life really, really is? And a lot of the times, I'm not trying to be an old geezer with this, but it's a lot of the time they're on their phone a lot. Pretend this is a really terrible drawing of a phone. They find their communities through online, through it could be video games, right? Could be something like, oh, my freaking whiteboard's about to fall over. I have it pitched on my pillow right now, so I'm surprised it's holding. But there's video games that are a big thing. What's another one? Partying and drinking are very prevalent. Holy crap, my drawings, that looks like a wiener. But a lot of it is through alcohol and partying, and or let's say smoking. Pretend this is a little joint right here, dude. Boom, you're gonna get lit. But I notice a lot of guys, they kind of cope. A lot of younger guys cope with this stuff. Sure, there's frats and there's all these different things to kind of numb everything. But a lot of the times when I've gone to colleges and just talk to people and try to get to know people. Like I've been to a couple frat parties. I've never been, well, I'm not a drinker. I used to be. I'm bad into alcohol and weed and all sorts of stuff. But luckily I dug my way out of it. Now when I go back to these parties, there's a lot of people that haven't experienced freedom yet. And going through college is difficult, but trying to find purpose in college, I feel like is very hard because you bounce from career to career and you're throwing around thousands and thousands of tens of thousands of dollars to try to find out, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? Maybe I don't want to do teaching. Maybe I want to be a psychologist. Maybe I want to be Purse. There you go. Gosh, this thing. But as I was saying, a lot of people jump careers because it's very like you don't have forever to go to college. Like you have to commit a good 4 years to whatever you're trying to do. And I almost, oh my gosh, I almost did the same thing, trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. This, I tell you, this whiteboard setup is not fulfilling me right now. But it's just you juggle around a lot at a young age, and that's why for me personally, I don't really like college. Um, I see it only valuable if you're, I guess, trying to meet a lot of people, or you're trying to become an engineer, a doctor, something in the medical field, or something in the teaching field. Like that's the only way I see it as being valuable. If you're trying to go to college for a business, I mean, you're kind of just wasting your time. You could learn everything online, and that's not going to necessarily help you with a loan. It's not going to help you with starting your business. You just got to kind of start it, which was what I was doing. But anyways, to get back on a track and not talk about me so much, a lot of people talk and just like this is a lot of guys nowadays. And if you can't tell, this is a more male-oriented video. This can be female too, but I'm gonna switch markers. This tends to be a lot of people's norms and how they feel fulfilled. And then a lot of those people can't sit alone with themselves. Whenever it's quiet, whenever there's nothing to do, it's always just, let me sit here and just distract myself. Let me go scroll TikTok a little bit, couple of reels, and wait for another buddy to come over or wait to fall asleep. There's not a lot of reflection. And I personally believe that because that's what I went through. I was kind of, there's so much more I could have done with my life. And I was just kind of sitting there just, I'll worry about it later. I'm too young to be worried about that. I just turned 20 a month ago. Actually, probably about a month ago, a little over. And I kind of starting to realize time doesn't wait for you to do what you want to do. You kind of just got to go after it when you want to go after it. Not to say everybody has to be a fitness coach or everything, but there is more to life than just this, right? Whether your dad has struggled with drinking or your mom's been a drug addict, that's a lot of ways we'll try to cope with things rather than action, right? Finding a community of people definitely helps with fulfillment. But finding what you're good at also really helps too. Like for me, I was just really good at the gym, right? That was just my calling, right? And not a lot of people are lucky enough to find what they're good at, mine being the gym and that being a terrible dumbbell. But oh crap. But, if you can find what you're good at or find what you like, how can I help people? Because when you want to feel fulfilled in life, a lot of people, they feel fulfilled through helping people. How can you help a person get to a goal? What's something you've done that not a lot of people have done? Not a lot of people have gotten a six-pack in under 12 weeks. That's something I've done. So that's how maybe I can monetize that and make a living doing that. I'm still in the process of monetizing everything. Of course, I'm still door dashing. And what do I know? I'm still a kid. But this is what I've, reciprocated in my brain, is that find something you like. You can be a coach. You can be in the medical field. You can do different stuff. Maybe college is for you, and maybe it's not. It can be for anybody. But finding a community of like-minded people. Mine's the gym. Yours could be, let's do a little paintbrush here. Yours could be art. Holy crap, dude. That looks, well, ignore the butt plug there. Pretend that's a paintbrush. And, yeah, I'm drawing all sorts of things. But, you can find, whatever it is, whether it's art, whether... it could be so many things, and I say weather a lot because I don't want to tell you what you want to do. I want you to kind of find it yourself. And one of the best things that's helped me do it. Let's draw a nice scenic little, he's got his legs crossed. Boom. One of the ways I kind of found some peace of mind is meditation, right? He's kind of meditating. I'm trying to make him crisscross, but meditation has helped me a lot with really finding what I want to do and think about fitness coaching. Is this something I really want to do? Can I make a living doing it? And I can, but it's just hard work. And when you're looking at getting into something, don't look at the average salary. Look at what's the most you can make. What are the best in the field doing it? Because you don't want to be, average. At least I don't assume most people watching my content want to be average. You want to be on the high end of things. So find what you want to do, even if it doesn't pay a lot. Find a way it can pay a lot. Um, and find your purpose through thinking, right? Just like you were a kid, it was pretty easy to sit around and think, you know? Now sitting alone with yourself, there's always so much to do. It's homework, it's your job. You don't get a lot of breaks to sit, but even if you can just 10 minutes a day, right? 10 minutes a day, that'll help you a lot with your thoughts, how you articulate things, what you want to do. And learn, biggest thing, this will be what I say, the last thing I say before I end the video, but learn to say no. So when you don't want to do something, if you don't want to go to a wedding, if you don't want to go to a party, if you really don't want to, you're just doing it because you don't want to be a douche, say no. You are living one time, right? You need to focus on yourself, especially in these younger times, because you're still figuring out who you are as a person. You need to think about yourself and what you need to do, right? You can't be focusing on girls all the time, unless you got a special woman in your life like me, and you're lucky enough to have that. But you can't be focusing on hanging out with the guys all the time. You got to figure out who you are and what you need to be, not everyone else, right? Maybe when you figure yourself out a bit more and you figure out how to help people, you start doing that. But learn to say no to things. You are valuable and your time is valuable. Now you have to figure out how you can use that time to benefit others and how you can use it to benefit yourself and feel at peace and really feel you can sit down at the end of the day and you can just relax and realize, life is simple. And I earned this, right? Because I'm making a YouTube video right now, and I already did like 2 hours of work this morning, so I'm feeling pretty good, And yeah, I mean, you can sit down at the end of the day and really think, wow, I'm feeling good. But that's just how I think of things. If you guys have anything valuable you can add to me, I'd love to hear it. Another thing I want to let you guys know is my podcast is releasing soon. I believe my videographer is just getting done with editing like in a week or something, maybe less. So that'll be cool. It was recorded on this couch actually. Everybody called it the casting couch when I showed it off. So a lot of dirty references in this, but stay away from that stuff. Lust is the killer of all things. But anyways, you guys have a great day. I believe in you, and life is more simple when you think about it less. Just do what you want to do, man.